Alright, hello, welcome to this update for the Sherman 2A project I'm working on. Picture in front of you, that's the picture that's inspiring this particular project. And I've spent a lot of time working on the filling and contouring of the hull, as well as the actual application of the track links. So this is what we see so far. Okay. Now, there are 107 track links on that. Each side has about 80, so there's over one full track on that tank. Now, looking at the tank itself on a picture, there are a couple places it's kind of hard to tell specifically what's going on there. So here in the front, you'll notice these curve around the shape of the hull. That was pretty easy to do. But it looks like tucked in back here, there's some more on the slope of the tank. So I assumed that that's what those were, and put those there. Now looking down the side of the hull, it gets indistinct here how many rows there are, but based on the contours and the positioning of the last track links over the suspension in the back, I tried to gauge as best I could. And it looked like there were three sets of 4 and then 2 sets of 3. So pretty good. There's a gap here between the front 5 and the vertical. So I think that's about the width of the gap. So there's a little bit of guessing going on. On the turret top, when you look at the turret, it's all covered with this burlap or canvas, and it's hard to tell if there's another group here, but I know there's the 2. However, over here there's a hatch on the turret, so I'm not certain they would have covered that with the track links. So I just left it at 2. But on the other side, it's really a mirror, but I did use 3 track link sets, and then again the same distribution of track links on the hull. The front, the only thing I tried to pay attention to was the positioning of the track links. So you'll notice here, these have the tread shoes going down, then here it starts to go up again, and here they're pointed at each other, and then they change direction here. I've tried to mimic that on the model as much as I could, where it'll be visible. So that's what you see here. 2 shoes down, and the rest going up. This will all be covered with the burlap or canvas, so I'm not too worried about its direction, except there are some places like up here you can easily tell that all these track shoes have the edge going down, so I made sure I mounted those properly there. So that's the tank as it goes today. The curving, the putty work was a little bit tedious, but was able to get that done. To get the contours significant enough that it looks like the M4A1 without, it's not exactly contoured properly, but it does allow the curvature of the top row of links, and of here, curvature of the links forward. So I was amazed at, with so many track links on here, kind of thought I've never seen a Sherman like that. And it turned out, I think this is based on the Army it's part of. In the U.S. Army, every picture of the tanks only has a handful of track links added. But here's the Polish First Armor, has all these track links. And then here's the Canadian a Canadian unit, the Governor General's House Guards. There's way more track links on here than even on my tank. So it looks like you really got to pay attention to the Army it's part of to know, what too much is, because I thought there were a lot of track links on this model, but there's way more on here. This is probably another tank's worth of track links if you look at that entire length there. Wow. Okay, well, anyway, there's the project to date. All that's left now really is I'm going to paint it up. I'll prime and paint. Then I'll go back and I will start painting the track links themselves, because they are not they're actually retain their original color. And then I will apply the different burlap or canvas components, working on those, and then finally the number placard here. Now I don't have the stowage yet, so I need the 2 track wheels here, bogies, and I don't see any other stowage in the back or side, but here is the tow cable. I'll have to figure out how to model that in 1/56. Alright, so I might cheat and get a 1/72 scale version or a 1/48 scale version and work it on here. Alright, so there's the update. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.